But you know who's not having a party? Chris Paul and James Harden, because one report after another would indicate they're not drinking alcohol and eating desserts all the time, at least not together. Yahoo has chased that ESPN report with one that referred to their relationship as, quote, unsalvageable. And it included the following details. They went nearly 2 months without speaking to each other during the season. Harden has not returned Paul's repeated attempts at communicating in the offseason. And then this amazing quote from a source. There's no respect at all on either side. They need to get away from one another. Chris does not respect James's standing in the league, and James doesn't respect the work that Chris has put into this point. End quote. It's literally one of the best quotes ever, even if it's from an anonymous source. Yeah, I'm sorry. Chris Paul doesn't respect James Harden standing in the league. The hell is that? I mean, seriously, what? Like, he doesn't think that Harden is good? He doesn't think he's that good? Oh, yeah, you. Oh, yeah, Beard, you're the reigning MVP and a surefire Hall of Famer. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Watch me dribble into the lane, get trapped, be unable to elevate at all, and heave the ball up in desperation and flop around like I just took a cannonball blast. Now that's standing in the league, Beard. Why don't you put some respect on that, Beard? Oh, wait, there's more. Because according to Yahoo, Chris Paul reportedly went to management and demanded a trade, while James Harden went to management and issued a him or me edict. Man, now we're getting somewhere. Again, what's better? What's better here? An untradeable guy demanding a trade, or the other guy telling management it's me or it's him? And then when the story showed up on Instagram, CP3 jumped into the comments with a shrugging emoji and said, quote, damn, that's news to me, end quote. My man's like, come on. Yo, I'm CP3. Everybody loves me. I'm funny. I'm the best guy ever. I'm nice. I'm the original banana boater. Man, I'm that awesome dude from the State Farm commercials. Yeah, sure you're not. Look, I always say this. We don't really know any of these guys, but I'm pretty sure that Chris Paul is not necessarily who he'd like you to think that he is. Not if the Beard is issuing me or him edicts, and not when you realize this is not the first time we've heard things like this about Chris Paul. Not saying that he's not a Hall of Famer. Not saying that he's not a great player. What I am saying is he's not the player he used to be. He really isn't tradable unless you want pennies on the dollar, and he's not necessarily who he'd like you to think he is. Now, to be fair to him, we're not there, so we really don't know exactly what's going on, right? But there's a hell of a lot of smoke. There's a hell of a lot of smoke. And there are two separate, extremely damning media reports that dropped one right after another, alleging a terrible relationship between the team's two stars. And in a moment when the Rockets should be fired up to be the favorites in the West next season, they appear to be imploding, and there are some really bad leaks on the inside. So the question is, where is it all coming from? Is it coming from sources who want Chris Paul out, or is it coming from Paul's camp because he wants to get out? Who knows? But where there is that much smoke, there is generally fire. And it sounds like somebody's trying to burn that house down.
Burning.
Oh, and there are reports that they're going to make a run at Jimmy Butler. Listen, if anybody can figure this out, it's Daryl Morey. I'm just not sure that anybody can figure this out. And then in the middle of all of this comes the report that Al Horford was not opting out to take a team-friendly deal with the Celtics. He was just opting out, flat out opting out so he could bounce and go someplace else. So in a matter of days, the Celtics didn't make that move for AD. Kyrie ghosted them, and now Al Horford is leaving them. And then on Twitter, you could see members of every other fan base practically throwing a digital parade. Like if you thought the Raptor fans were pumped about winning a title, you didn't see Laker fan, Sixer fan, Knick fan, and pretty much every other fan rushing in to kill Celtic fan. Because that dream situation that Boston honks have been hyping for the past 2 years, Kyrie, Gordon, Horford, and the kids, has blown up right in their face. Boy, Alvin, you're just all over the drops, aren't you? Like I said, save some of that for Friday. All Celtic fans were talking about was the fact that they were going to become the new dynasty. They were the new Golden State Warriors. And now it's all going to hell. Now it's all ripping apart. And no, I'm not here to bury Danny Ainge. There were a lot of smart moves in there that simply didn't work out. Gordon got hurt. Kyrie turned out to be maybe the weirdest dude on the planet. And Horford just wants to be someplace else. It happens. Just don't think for a second that this all worked out, that this is all going according to plan. Unless the plan was to get really close last year, get bounced this year, see your face of the franchise leave after promising to stay, and then to miss on a future Hall of Fame big who you just assumed would love to come and join your party. If that was the plan, then yes, this is all going according to plan.